So hello, this is Genevieve Fontana coming to you from Canisius University in Buffalo, New York, and you are listening to the Did You Know podcast. You might not know it, but we have eco-heroines around our campus working to make it sustainable for future generations. For each show, I will spotlight Earthfriendly initiatives and sit down with the change makers of our institution. Today we are spotlighting Janet Elis, Director of Dining Services at Canisius University. Janet is a dedicated member of Laudato Si and values student feedback to create the best dining experience. Thanks to Janet, Chartwells has been making earth-friendly strides on campus, and I'm very excited to talk about some of the upcoming additions to dining. Thank you so much for being part of this project and speaking with me today. So please introduce yourself and explain a little bit about what you do at Canisius.
My name is Janet Elis. I'm the Director of Dining Services for Canisius University. I've been employed by Chartwells Dining Services, a food service vendor contracted by the university for over 22 years. My dedication in serving students, engaging my team, and being the best partner I can be is very important to me.
Yes. And then what does your role entail as a Director of Dining Services at Canisius University?
My role as a dining director is to oversee all aspects of the university's food and beverage planning and services to ensure that food quality and safety is first priority. It's most important. To partner with the students to support their initiatives on campus, and to be here to support the campus community and be a good partner.
And you always support us, so I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So what are the things that Chartwells has been doing for a while that we have not known about in regards to sustainability?
Doing the right thing is embedded in our company's culture. It empowers us to advocate for change, push for transparency, and to continually seek ways to be more socially and environmentally responsible. Chartwells has specific criteria for sustainability initiatives, such as using local produce, cage-free eggs, RBGH-free milks and yogurts, fair trade coffee, sustainable seafood, reduced antibiotic chicken and turkey, reduction of single-use plastics, compostable disposables, biodegradable serviceware, upcycling donations, and food waste from our back-of-the-house operation and Waste Not 2.0 are all things that we strive for every day. Reduce waste, recycle, sustainable, dietary habits, avoiding single-use items. That is kind of our initiative.
That's
of what
awesome.
We do. So.
And so those that serviceware is in the market.
Yes.
And it's also in the dining hall, and
yes.
it's also in Iggy's.
Iggy's. Yes. Yep.
And what are the new initiatives that are coming in the immediate future? And I know there is many.
Yes, it's very exciting. We've been working all summer with it, and it's been really awesome. So reduce, reuse, reduce. I mean, that's our initiative. Chartwells will continue to encourage the Bring Your Own Mug Cup program to campus, so students have the option to refill their own beverage cups. We're also very excited to roll out the Ozzy Box program.
Yes.
The Ozzy Box program is a full line of reusable clamshell containers for students to use in resident dining for a takeaway dining option. Reusable dishware programs reduce our carbon footprint by reducing waste, plastic, and styrofoam production, as well as transportation and packaging of products. We will continue to measure our food waste this year, as well as monitor our internal sustainable purchasing. Our How Good Climate Friendly program will also be utilized in the main dining hall. Chartwells will empower our students to understand the environmental and social impact of the recipes and the foods that we serve on campus. The recipes are rated and based on ingredients across 8 metrics: GHG emissions, processing, soil health, land, animal welfare, labor and risk, and water usage. This is something that has been becoming very important for us to tell the students. And this year we actually have all these big LCD screens going into the dining hall. There'll be no more paper printing. We're going to save them on paper. And then all these little icons will go up on the screen. So when the students come into the dining hall, they can see what their food choices are doing sustainability-wise. We also have Farm Shelf is a new fun thing this year. As we focus on empowering people on how to grow delicious herbs and leafy vegetables. We will introduce 2 farm shelves into the dining center this summer to help achieve some of our carbon footprint goals.
That's great. And so what is Farm Shelf going to have?
So Farm Shelf originally, so the both of them are coming, and there's two. They're going to be in the dining hall. They're coming at the end of this month.
Yeah.
And it's going to be herbs at first.
That's
and
great.
like leafy greens.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really cool. They're little growing boxes. They look like a cooler, and they have glass fronts. So I've never experienced them myself.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to play around with them, and then we're going to have some students get involved in growing as well and taking care of them.
Is that part of the teaching kitchens then, using those herbs?
Yeah, we would use the herbs, and we will use the herbs and the leafy greens for the dining hall food production because it should be able to produce quickly. So we're excited to play around with it. Yeah, it's a pretty self-sufficient system. So it's going to be fun to play with this year for sure.
And then I really appreciate your rating system that you were talking about, because I think students really love the transparency about that, and that's what students want now. So the fact that you're showing them what's happening,
and that
really
will be it's all integrated into Webtrition and into our menu system. So now that we have all the LCD screens going up, actually next week, that will be able to showcase those items a lot more clearly. So the students can literally see, and then we'll have some educational things around that too, so people understand what it is. So
that's great. And then what are some ways in which you make earth-friendly choices in your life?
Well, we're a big recycling family.
Yeah, that's great.
I love to garden.
Yes.
I have a big garden, and I love flowers, and I plant tons of those. We have a big field behind our house, like a farm. We live in a farmhouse.
Yeah, I know you have chickens.
We have chickens. I have chickens, yes, and everybody in my family loves the chicken eggs.
Yes.
And my sister-in-law actually she has honeybees.
Oh,
and
great.
so we've been playing around with the honeybees and trying to, I plant the flowers that we had last year. There were some left, and I planted them in my garden. And I've been taking pictures of them, actually. So I can share that with you guys. But they're growing very well. But yeah, I'm all about my husband, hummingbirds and things like that. We have a little property out by Erie, Pennsylvania, and he's always telling me, he's like, we gotta go get some hummingbird feeders because they're all over the place. So yeah, we really like nature. We we try to be as sustainable in our home life, trying not to reducing the paper usage, no more paper plates, things like that. Definitely no styrofoam in our house. But yeah, we try to do our part. It's hard, it's very hard. People don't realize, it's a commitment. It's like a diet.
Yeah, no, that's what we talk about. It's a complete lifestyle change for people, and I think doing what fits in your life, I think that's really important. So sounds like you and your family are doing that.
We do. Great. I mean, we're fortunate to have the opportunity to do stuff like that because we have the space. Yeah. But I'm all about, I just picked a whole bunch of zucchinis out of my garden this morning.
Oh, we love that. What are you making with your zucchini?
I made zucchini bread.
Oh, yes, my mom makes really great zucchini. Is it chocolate zucchini bread? Or?
No, I put walnuts in it. But if I had chocolate chips, I would have put that in there for sure.
No, I always like walnuts in the banana bread and everything like that. Good. And then so we all know that becoming a sustainable individual is a process, like we talked about. And what are some things that you hope to implement in your life?
Just to be more conscious about it.
Sure.
It's like rinsing out that can and putting it in the recycling box. It's like I do that. Like my kids, actually, my daughter, who's 25, and she's very sustainable. She only uses beeswax wraps for her sandwiches, and there's no paper products other than toilet paper. No paper towels, no everything she uses either, and she makes her own laundry soap. Stuff like that. So she actually kind of was like, Mom, you better start doing something, when she was in high school. So ever since then, we got the recycling bin. We're avid recyclers. It's rinse that can out, put it in the, so we do that. And then gardening, we try to make sure that we're making good choices when we're at the grocery store, because it's just, there's so much. I mean, there's just so much that can be bad.
Definitely.
And a lot of people don't care. They just don't. And unfortunately, and I tell my kids that too. I'm like, just, do your part. Do what you can. Do what you can, because there's really, so that's what, I kind of do. I just kind of, I try to make a difference in my own personal life and my kids' life, and,
And it's so great that you're your daughter has instilled that in you as well, because I think sustainability is contagious. So.
Well, it is, and I think because I'm a lot older than you, like a lot. But back in the '60s, it wasn't a big deal. Like people didn't even think about it. I don't think. And now with this generation, it's a priority.
Right. Yeah.
And I have kind of accepted that. It's wow, we really need to do our part, because this is it's not getting any better. Right. So we need to do what we can. At home, if we have tons of trees, and we had some trees go down over certain things like storms, and we always replant. Try to always. And I actually just planted some trees last week at our property. Great. So we're always trying to put a little bit back. We take whatever we take out, we try to put back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what is your what are some ways that Canisius can help you make these changes in your life?
I think it's just being part of this. I think last year, I've always done my thing at home, whatever. But last year, being part of Laudato Si and being new on campus and trying to wrap my head around all the initiatives that are important to the students, because I want to be part of that. Yeah. I want Canisius to know that their dining program is supporting the initiatives on campus. Yeah. And our company gives us the toolkit for that. Sure. We have everything we need. Yeah. All we need to do is just run the program. Sure. Which it's training, it's teaching and mentoring my staff, so that it's just not me and Aaron coming to the meetings. Right, yeah. It's everybody saying, you know what, hey, we're gonna make sure that we're doing this. Sure. Yeah. And I think just being part of it. Just because it's really opened my eyes a lot on how important it is to you and to the students that are in the clubs, and it's a big deal. Yeah. And I just want to be part of that, and hopefully I can teach my staff and then kind of spread it out a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you've seen changes in the dining hall at all.
I definitely have.
I
as soon as you got here, I definitely think that you're very receptive to what everyone wants, and are always willing to sit down with me when we have something. So I really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that too.
Yeah. And so what is your vision for sustainability on campus?
To educate.
Yeah.
To provide support.
Sure.
I think building a trusting relationship with the college, that what, Chartwells is going to do the right thing. Yeah. As a food vendor, we have a lot of trash. We have a lot of waste that, not a ton, but every dining hall has waste, know, and it's what are we doing with that waste? With the natural upcycling, that is huge. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we just ordered brand new bins from them, and we got all our tablets up and working, so everything communicates properly to each other, so we can track how much waste and where that waste is going to go, because you know what the upcycling program is. So we're going to totally initiate that again this year, and we're going to continue to do that. We're going to do this year, we're going to do some clean plate initiatives now that the dining hall is all you care to eat all day. Great. We're going to promote smaller portion sizes in the dining hall, because now that it's all you care to eat, they can come up as many times. So we're going to do kind of like a every Wednesday for dinner, we're going to do a clean plate, where you get every time that you go to the dish return, there'll be somebody there. If your plate's clean, you get a punch card, or you get a raffle ticket to win. We've partnered with our vendors already to get a bunch of really cool prizes for this. We have ear pods coming and skateboards coming and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're going to raffle that stuff off, but you have to earn it by
no food waste.
No food waste. Yeah. So we're gonna try to roll that out. Yeah. So we got some cool stuff. Canned bottle recycling. We got some recycling containers coming from Pepsi.
That's great.
That are shaped, I think, like a bottle of Pepsi. Yeah. And we're gonna try to do some recycling ourselves, and I've volunteered to take the cans and bottles back.
You're the best.
But we're gonna, whatever we get from that throughout the first semester, we're gonna just donate the money to Petey's Pantry for food insecurity. So we got a plan. We got a really good action plan. Yeah. And it's just getting all my team on the same page so we can execute it properly.
Definitely. Yeah. And then is there anything that you'd like to add?
No, not really. I mean, thank you for having me today, and thank you for thinking that, we're making a difference.
Oh,
and
you
we're
are
being part of
making
it
a
because
big difference.
because
Yeah.
we really want to.
Yeah.
Like, we really do. I mean, I was brought on campus, I think, for several different reasons, but I think to make a difference is one of them. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here to do that. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
And I you definitely are part of the process, and I appreciate
Well,
that.
thank
So,
you.
Thank you.